Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if you can see me. I'm trying to see if I can get it a little bit bigger. But anyways, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be doing um, a pumpkin cheesecake with a caramel sauce topping. It's going to be fabulous for your Thanksgiving dessert and your Thanksgiving table. So anyways, I'm one of your local cooks. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tracey Petrozzi, and I hope you enjoy the program today. So anyways, let's scoot over to here. I'm not sure, it's not really showing, um, I really can't, I'm not able to see my whole self, so I don't know if you are either. Here, maybe that will help a little bit. So we are going to start by making the crust. And the crust is made with ginger snaps, toasted pecans, a quarter cup of brown sugar, and a quarter cup of melted unsalted butter. So what you're going to do first is you're going to make your toasted pecans in the oven at 350 for 7 minutes on a foil or parchment paper lined sheet, and then you're going to let those cool. In the meantime, you can put your ginger snaps in your food processor, which is, I would say, between 15 to 30 cookies, depending on the size of your cookie. So I either have these or my husband is gluten-free, so therefore I use the gluten-free ginger snaps quite a bit to make this, especially at our Thanksgiving meal. So anyway, so you're going to be doing this, and you're going to add it right into our food processor along with the pecans that I've already toasted, my quarter cup of brown sugar, and my 4 tablespoons of butter. So I had already put everything in here prior to this so that you wouldn't have to hear too much noise today. So anyways, let's just process this up. And maybe we won't process it up, because it doesn't seem to be wanting to start. So anyways, it's processed, we'll pretend, and we're going to put it right into our pie crust. So I did that earlier, which is a good thing since I can't get my processor started, and you're just going to lightly pat it all the way around. I do an uneven mixture around because it does look very pretty, and if you want your caramel to drip down, it looks lovely. So you're going to set that aside. You're going to put your 350 to bake when everything is all done. And then I'm going to pop up my mixer right here. And let's see if you can see that. And I'm going to mix in 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, 1 2/3 cup of sugar. That's what you're going to start with. So I've mixed some of it already, and then I'm just going to add a little bit more of the cream cheese and the sugar so that you can see, and we're going to add the rest of the filling mixture after that. So for those of you, it will just take me a moment to do the cream cheese. And then we're going to add that along with our sugar. You're going to mix that up nicely, and then you are going to add your pumpkin and your spices, which is a teaspoon of cinnamon and also a teaspoon of allspice. And then the amount of pumpkin is 1.5 cups. How's that? So we're going to throw that right in here, and we are going to do our sugar right in there. We're going to mix it up gently. Alrighty. Once that's nice and mixed, you're going to add your pumpkin, which I have right here. And you're just going to stick that right in. And I just used canned pumpkin. And then, so it's 1.5 cups of that. And this will make your kitchen smell delightful for all those who come in and for you as you are preparing this. All righty. So here are these two things. And then our spices go right in there, teaspoon of each. And then we are going to mix this as well. So we're going to just gently mix that right up. And you may have to stop it a couple of times and just scrape the sides. Alrighty, so let's do that right now. We are going to scrape our sides. Make sure that we get all that loving goodness in here. And then, once this has all mixed up very nicely, you are going to add one at a time 4 eggs. So, here we are. I'm just going to whip it up a little bit more. All right. And then we are going to add our 4 eggs one at a time. So I know most of you are probably used to making a pumpkin pie, but this is just so much, in my estimation, just such a nice difference to the pumpkin pie. Not that I want to take anything away from our traditional pumpkin pie, but this gives you your cheesecake and your pumpkin pie all in one. So there we are. Number 2 egg. And then number 3. There we go. Okay, and we're down to our last egg. Pop that right in there. And then you want to just make sure it's mixed very nicely. Let's scrape our sides to make sure that we get it all mixed in together. So you are going to put your oven on at 350. We are going to bake this for about an hour and 15 minutes, which is a good time for you to get some other things done. And then, and it does take about the whole amount of time. So when I actually cooked one yesterday in my trial run, it did take the amount of time, and I have a very fast oven. Alrighty, so that looks pretty good. So now we are going to pour it right into our crust and then put all this lovely goodness right into the oven. Alrighty. I hate to waste any of it, so you're going to have to bear with me as I just get it all done. This is one of my family's favorites. So my kids all ask for this at Thanksgiving, and it will be a new favorite for you all as well. I am sure. Alrighty. There we go. So we've got all that. All right. Now, let's pour this goodness right into here. And it will fill pretty much your whole cake pan, which I failed to mention was a 9-inch round springform pan. So, after you have lovingly put your crust in there, and now you're putting your filling in. Oh, I did forget to tell you that you do want to keep about a 3/4 of a cup of this filling for on the top of this after. So you're going to do that. And of course, I have not done it with this one, but it will all be good anyways. I will show you exactly on our final one how it is done. All right, so that's all set to go. We're going to plunk it right into the oven. So pardon me while I just move over this way. Put it in the oven, and then put this away so that you can see the rest of what I'm doing. Miraculously, it is done. After baking for an hour and 15 minutes, you are going to take it out, let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, then you're going to take a very sharp knife, you're going to run your knife right around the edges, you're going to let it cool, and you're going to cover it and chill it for about overnight. Then we have it all right here. I'm going to uncover it. We are going to take the topping right here that I have, the 3/4 cup, and you're going to take, let me grab it from here, 3 tablespoons of heavy cream or heavy whipping cream, and also 2 tablespoons of caramel sauce, and you're going to mix that in this mixture right here, and then you are going to place it on top of this. So let me take my 3 tablespoons of cream. There we go. And then my caramel sauce, because everything is better with caramel sauce. And we're just going to add some of that. Let me grab this. And of course, you can always make your own caramel sauce if you would like. You have a great recipe for it. All right, so that's about 2 tablespoons. We'll plop that right in there as well. And then we are going to gently mix this all together. You have let it soften because it's been overnight in your refrigerator as well. So we let that soften up to come back down to room temperature. And what you're going to do is you are going to flatten the sides of your cheesecake so it's very level. And then you're going to put this right on top of it once you've mixed that whole thing together. Alrighty. And that is coming slowly together for me, but very nicely. All right. So I usually take a spoon and then I push this down, especially the edges, which have risen a little bit, and I'm just going to show you. So you can see that the edges are a little bit higher with the indentation in the middle. So let me grab a spoon and then press it down so that everything becomes sort of equal all the way around, so that when you put your top on it, your topping, it will very nicely lay there. Okay, so let me put that there, and then we're going to put this right on top. And then we're going to unmold it, and I like to decorate it with a little bit more of the caramel as well. You can also just, I like to drizzle it, but you can use a knife or whatever, and I'll show you in just a second. So I'm evenly distributing all the topping through the whole thing. And there we go. Alrighty. So there is all of that. And that looks perfect. And I have a loving dog who is waiting patiently for something to fall. So anyways, now what we're going to do is put it on the cake platter right here. We are going to unveil our beauty. And here it is. Oh, there we go. And as you can see, we have the crust nicely cooked. And what I like to do is take this with another spoon. So let me grab it right over here. And I just drizzle right along the edges. And then another thing you can do is I make sugared pecans at this time of year. You can crunch some of those up, and then you can just layer them right on the top as well. And that makes for a lovely presentation. So, there. This is, I just say you can't have enough caramel. Otherwise, you can drizzle it right across the top and take a sharp knife and just kind of blend it right in. And then there you have your beautiful cheesecake for your holiday dessert. Well, I hope you have all enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, do contact Miss Maria, through Facebook or however. And I hope you will enjoy it and have a blessed Thanksgiving. Hi, did that work? Oh, it did. Okay. I did. Oh. Oh. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh. So they're going to